Time for the women's pros. And for those of you that didn't hear earlier, Kaylee Johnston was in a shoot-off for 5th place with Cara to make it in here, but Kaylee had other things to do. She basically kicked rocks. So we have Sharon Wallace with a commanding lead at a 404, Emily McCarthy at a 388, Samantha Morgan at a 381. No practice Samantha Morgan at a 381. Good for her. Melissa Kilburn at a 377 and Cara Kelly at a 373. How about Samantha Morgan in position to make a podium cold turkey?
I know she loves the IBO game. She shot it since she was a little girl. And, you know, I think that if anybody can do it, she can. And she's got a guy at home, I think, can probably help her along.
Absolutely.
Sort of thing.
As I called her yesterday, Her Highness, Sharon with a 404 absolutely crushed it this weekend. You can always tell when, as you would know, you can always tell when Sharon's shots are going good because she breaks with authority.
She holds quite a bit of weight at full draw. She pulls hard through the shot, and that one there opened up well.
Define quite a bit of weight, Jack. How
For a
much weight is she
female,
holding?
well, the scale on a let up would say 17 1/4, but I have no idea what it's actually breaking when it actually
Execution
goes
weight,
off.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because
so
this
she's-
razorback, it looks like a great shot from here, and to start it off, I'm guessing she's probably hit it at an 11.
An 11 for Sharon Wallace
Yeah,
to
it's a
start.
good shot.
Absolutely. I mean, look, 17 and a half pounds legitimate holding weight. That's proper.
Yeah.
I mean, at an 8 for Emily McCarthy. So let's look. What races do we got in here, basically? So
Right now, it's looking like a podium race again, just like the Senior Pro. It looks,
8 for Samantha.
because Emily and Samantha are 7 points apart,
Mm-hmm.
and then Samantha and Melissa Kilburn are only 4 points apart.
Right. So Melissa has had an opportunity right there to make a move on Samantha. Didn't get it done, of course. They both shot 8s, but all right, here we go. Cara Kelly with an 8. All right, so basically right now, Sharon has it wrapped up. Emily, for all intents and purposes, unless there's a big mistake or Samantha catches fire, is going to be second. So the race right now really looks to be between Samantha and Melissa for third.
Do want to give a quick shout out to wifey Sharon. I don't know if it's been covered yet, but she was able to seal the national championship victory, Triple Crown.
Absolutely, and I will be talking. I was actually talking to Tim about that, and then of course they started the festivities, so I didn't get a chance to talk to Sharon before things started. But absolutely, Sharon was trailing by 1 coming into this event for the national Triple Crown. Samantha Morgan at full draw there, pretty decent shot on that feeding deer. So Sharon taking her time. Here she goes on the axis, and you're right. Cara didn't. Now I understand at a 3D event in the ASA, Cara actually had a glance out for a 0, and so I think something happened this weekend as well. I'm not sure exactly what it was to put her basically off the leaderboard. She worked her way back up on there today, though.
If I understand, it was just a really tough target. It was one of those really tricky ravine shots, like a Nelsonville of
And
old.
an 8 for Melissa Kilburn. And here it comes. For those of you that can't hear it, I'm talking about the rain. Samantha Morgan with a 10. You're about to see a whole bunch of umbrellas go up into the air.
Yeah, it's getting rough here, folks. Hopefully, we're able to finish these shoot-offs.
Emily McCarthy with a 10. I think I just heard 20 vehicles start. Sharon Wallace with an inside-out 11 for a 12. She does pretty much hold the record here with 4
She
out of 5.
does. It's going to be tough to beat, to have a ring on every target and all of them be inside out but one. So.
Cara Kelly with an 11. That's gonna help her climb up the leaderboard there. All right, so let's take a look at here. Obviously, Sharon with a commanding 21-point lead. Emily McCarthy in second with a 406. She has a 7-point lead over Samantha. Samantha at a 399, maintaining that 6-point lead over Melissa Kilburn. And then Cara Kelly 1 point off of Melissa. So of course, if anybody out here can start throwing them down besides Sharon, it would be Cara. She's had some unfortunate luck the last few events, but that kind of bad luck generally doesn't stick around for a shooter of Cara's caliber.
No, we've all talked about that because everybody knows that as pros, we shoot together every couple of weeks. I mean, this is what we do. It's the livelihood. And if you shoot long enough, things happen.
Right.
Good and bad, you know, and you got to roll with the punches, and she is.
All right, so here we go. Samantha Morgan shooting right past us here on the turkey. I mean, and that's something I talked to Samantha about in her interview yesterday is, yeah, it's kind of like riding a bike at a certain level. And her shots are breaking pretty decent for not having much practice. But it's like riding a bike mentality only takes you so far, of course. She did say today that she shot a couple fives, just ones that got her, and that's where the riding the bike theory falls off.
Yeah.
Is on a courses that are easy or on flat, easy to read stuff, maybe you can get away with it longer, but like she said, she got bit today twice, and that's literally just what being on tour kind of breaks the edges off of. Sharon Wallace at full draw for a good minute here on the heavy.
She barely caught 10, it looks like. She had to let up. A couple of the girls let up on that one. I think they caught just a gust of wind and just a little bit of rain, but we've had some shifting in scores here, it looks like. We've had some errors.
Ooh, Melissa Kilburn with a 5. That's going to hurt her chances to catch Samantha extensively. Cara with an 8. So this is going to help Samantha Morgan's chances of making that podium, that's for sure. Sharon with a 10, so you were right, Jack. Good call there. Not your first rodeo, of course.
Lucky guess.
Right? That's what I always say. Sometimes I get lucky. All right, here we go. Emily McCarthy with an 8. That's quite a few people that have shot that feeding deer a little
I think,
forward.
as you can tell, the wind is hitting us in the face.
Absolutely.
I think it's beating those folks up.
It even did it to Timmy.
Yeah. And Timmy's a wind guy. He can play the wind.
Oh, for sure. Samantha Morgan with a 5. That's going to hurt on that turkey right there.
Yeah, it is. It's going to put Cara a little closer and getting in striking distance of that podium. Right now, we're still running where we were with Sharon running first, Emily running second, and Samantha Morgan running third with Cara 4 points behind her.
I'm not sure that Samantha's going to be extremely comfortable, only 4 points ahead of Cara Kelly with 2 arrows to go. Not because of shooting ability or any of that, just because Samantha is not, what's the word I'm looking for? In shape's not the right word because it's not a physical thing, but mentally, archery-wise, Cara's doing this on tour, 15
every other weekend. Yeah, just and traveling a lot and doing this.
So for Samantha, she's kind of at a little bit of disadvantage here, but, I mean, she certainly has the ability to make it happen.
She did not mess around at all. Samantha shot that first Razorback, and I'm thinking she's got at least an 11. Nice. They may have to call her for a potential 12. That's
nice.
A big shot out of Samantha.
Good shot for her. Looks like Emily's shaking her head a little bit. Strong shot from Sharon Wallace there.
Sharon played the wind, I'm guessing, because she has got in the 10 ring on the left edge, and she's one of the first arrows we've had land there.
100%. So. Well, she's reading the room, which is a good indicator.
Cara has at least a 10 on that javelina. She's got a potential 11, so
All right, here we go.
could have a
So-
little bit of shakeups there. This
Yeah, from
turkey
Emily
might.
looks
It looks a little tall
It
on the
does look
turkey.
a little tall. And an 8, so Emily hangs an 8 there. Emily's been having a great year.
She has, absolutely.
She's won 3 or 4 tournaments. She's been having a fantastic year. All right, here we go. Sharon Wallace, 10, so she did hang that 10. And that's the proper gamble, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because if you've seen a bunch of people missing right,
You got a lot more 8-ring actually back, rear, and high on that feeder than you do forward at all.
so hedge that bet. Cara with
She
an
did catch
11,
the 11.
on the heavy. That's only our second 11 on the heavy, by the
Yeah.
way, so good for her there. All right, here we go. Melissa Kilburn with a 10 on the axis. So this one by Samantha here could be telling.
She's got a chance at a 12. I mean, I think she's going to run at least 11.
And an 11 for Samantha
Good shot.
Morgan. That's a good bonus ring for Samantha Morgan right there. All right, everybody, Greg Poole here with Bowjunky Media. I'm with PSC Pro staffer Jack Wallace. We are on to the final arrow in the Pro Release Female. Obviously, right now at this point, the winner is predetermined, as Sharon Wallace's point would preclude even hitting foam. But your ride home would be way less fun if she did that and still won. So I don't think that's going to happen, of course. But Sharon's gonna win this going away. Barring any huge mistakes, Emily McCarthy will take second, and holy cow, Samantha Morgan third. Good for Samantha.
This was a great shootout. These girls they all hit some rings. We've had a couple of 12s.
All right, here we go. Samantha Morgan needs a good shot. Well, it looks like that's probably going to wrap up third place for Samantha right there.
I'm thinking Samantha's going to catch 10 forward on that fallow deer, and that's going to solidify it for her, if I were guessing.
Good solid shot there by Cara on the feeding deer.
I'm thinking Cara may catch 11.
Sharon Wallace on the turkey. That looks like a good shot. Sharon
Sharon
smiles.
Wallace has an 11, it would appear, on that turkey.
Nice. All right, here we go. Emily McCarthy on the Razorback with a 10. Samantha Morgan's, she was just moving over to the side to look at the arrow. I'm like, she's done shooting. Someone needs to tell her. Samantha Morgan on the axis with a 10. Samantha Morgan coming out of momhood to cash a check.
That's
Melissa
pretty
Kilburn
awesome.
with a 10. This looks like a good arrow from.
Cara Kelly has an 11. Great shot.
Great shot out of Cara.
Sharon Wallace has an 11.
Sharon Wallace with an 11.
Okay, Sharon Wallace is your champion with a 458 and 1911. Followed by Emily McCarthy with a 432 and 13.
All right, here we are again with Sharon Wallace. First of all, congratulations on the 2021 IBO Triple Crown.
Thank you. Just emotional. I have a really, really good friend that is going through a hard time, Connie Griffin. And I said if I won this tournament this weekend, I was going to dedicate it to her. So I know she's probably watching, and I love you, girl.
So, in the fields here, but from what your husband Jack Wallace says, this victory for this event by points, he cannot remember a victory in the IBO of this many points. You literally didn't even have to shoot your last 2 arrows.
Wow, I didn't know that. I was just focused, just trying to do my game, make my good shots, and that was it. I didn't know I didn't have to shoot them, so that's a good feeling.
Yeah, you absolutely crushed it out here. So let's talk a little bit. We talked yesterday. So what was it about this weekend? Because you obviously had things rolling in a fantastic way.
Again, I really think my husband, Jack Wallace, had a lot to do with it. He did. He sweated tears and everything just to move all the targets because he's been in Nelsonville. He knows Nelsonville. It's called the challenge for a reason. So I mentally felt prepared and coming in and the shots, and I honestly think it was one of the best shoots we've ever had. It was a mixture. It made you think. It made you have to move your sight up and down all day today and yesterday. So it was my weekend.
Absolutely was. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right.